What's up, y'all? It's Carla, aka La the Poet. How y'all doing? It's Sunday night, and I'm unwinding and sharing some of my thoughts. So, um, thoughts on social anxiety. So, I'm someone that sometimes suffers from social anxiety, depending on the circumstance. I've spoken about this in another clip. Just sometimes when I'm in a place that's unfamiliar, right? And I may not know anybody, I tend to be very much on guard, very, very aware, hyper aware of my surroundings, and just, a bit nervous because, you don't really know too many people. And so you might feel, a little nervous and stuff like that. When I'm in an environment where there is lots of people, I mean, we're talking about 100, more than 100, 200 in an enclosed space where there's not enough space for people to be, apart from each other. I've been to concerts, right? Where I went to like free concerts in the park, and at least there, you can stand apart from people. There's a lot of space. You're not confined in any room. There's open space and there's open air. And so you can always walk someplace or whatever. But I had went to this club in the city where it was spacious, but you had more than 200, maybe 200 to 300 people in a very, very tight space. And that made me nervous as fuck because it's like you have people standing behind you, beside you. It's hard for you to walk from one place to another. And, you're in your mind, you're hoping that nobody, tries to, you know, maybe grab your behind or hit, hit your behind, or you're trying to make sure that nobody, tries to get inside your purse. It's like so many different thoughts go through your mind when you don't have enough space to walk and to move freely. So in that type of environment, I get a bit nervous. And, like in certain social settings, you know, when there's a lot of people and a lot of activity going on, sometimes I just need a moment. I will, leave the area and I'll go and I'll take a deep breath. I might sing a song or hum to myself and do mindfulness, you know, just to kind of calm my own nervous system. And after I do that, I usually feel calm again, and then I can return back to whatever, place it is. But yeah, when you're in a place where it's unfamiliar, you don't know too many people, or you're in a place that's overcrowded with people and there's like no room to really walk or move too freely, those are the type of situations that I don't like. It that makes me anxious socially, social anxiety. So sometimes when you're around someone that you find attractive, or your crush or whatever, there's also a level of social anxiety. That person, you might be a little nervous around that person. You might be hyper aware. In your mind, you're making sure that you don't do anything stupid, or you don't do anything, to embarrass yourself. These are just kind of like the things that go through a person's mind when they deal with social anxiety. It has gotten better, it's gotten better because, through therapy and through mindfulness, deep breathing, and, regulating my own nervous system, you kind of get a level of control on whatever emotions that are coming to you at that time. So, are any of you who are listening, does anybody else deal with social anxiety? If you want, you can post a comment in the comment section. Let me know, your experiences and how you've dealt with it. Maybe we could help each other, give each other tips. But it is getting better, as I continue to go to different socials and go out and go to different events and meet people. It is becoming less, but there are still some moments where, you just the nervousness kind of comes, and you deal with it. And I'm just glad that, that is getting better. It's improving. All right. So that's all I have to say about that experience. And that'll be it for now. Peace.